All right. Is it working properly now? I don't know what that was, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry, guys. Okay. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. It just crashed. That never happens, but hopefully it's better now. Let me just make sure I share this again on the Discord because I just started a new live. Okay, let's try that. Sorry, guys. Okay, we're back again. Let me just go to my profile real quick and delete this previous one. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. And then we're going to go back here, and then we had the Bitcoin falling below 86K. There we go. All right. Yeah, I don't know what that was, guys. Sorry about that. That was really weird. Okay. The connection's a lot better. I was live streaming to Twitch, and I think for some reason me live streaming to Twitch was really eating up a lot of my bit rate and everything. Now the connection seems to be a lot better, so I just disabled the Twitch multi-stream because no one watches me on Twitch anyway, so I don't know why I even do it. But yeah, we're just live streaming on X and YouTube right now. So the connection should be a lot better now. I apologize about that for anyone who had to rejoin or whatever. But yeah, we're just gonna wait a little bit here. Most people are flowing back in really quick here. And yeah, guys, I mean, a lot is going on in the markets right now, guys. I've been doing a lot of just deep diving, researching, and I've been finding some really interesting things. So, you know, we're gonna make sure we really dive into that today. It seems like there's some kind of issue with like X's servers and YouTube servers and everything right now, guys. It's really weird. I don't know what is going on, but like it just seems like the internet's breaking right now. Are you guys noticing that? Like the X Explore page wasn't working properly. I had to manually go to every news page I normally go to find some of the top stories today that I wanted to cover. And it seems like data centers right now are just like exploding. Like it's just weird. Thought maybe YouTube banned me. Yeah, I mean honestly, I've noticed. I thought it was just me. Yeah, right. I thought it was just me as well. But then I saw all these reported outages that were happening. So something weird is going on, guys. I don't know why all these servers, like Amazon Web Servers and AWS and like Oracle, was having some problems with their hosting, and all these AI aren't working properly. It's just really weird. Anyways. I'm censored. Well, yeah, I mean, we know that. I've been banned from YouTube now like 4 times for literally no reason. Send everything to 0 and reset. It's time. You know, while we're waiting for everyone to flow in, I think, I mean, before we get into the news, I think we should just have the charts open, so we can just kind of look at the charts. Let's do that. Look at XRP's price. We're currently at 190 for anyone who's wondering on XRP here, guys. 190. I really just want to take off this indicator now. It's really annoying how their charts just break. So yeah, I was gonna take the stochastic RSI off because, like, seriously, I don't know what's going on. Everything's breaking, guys. It's so crazy. But yeah, this is what we're looking like right now. 189. By the way, earlier, guys, like very early, like basically at midnight for me. I don't know what time it was for you guys, but at midnight for me, we did see XRP crash to like, what was it? 182. And then there was immediately like a massive 15-minute candle right here. So yeah, I mean, just insanity right there. insanity what's going on right now, guys. And I do think that we're going to retest these levels. I mean, when we look at this chart, guys, I mean, this is very bearish. I mean, nobody can deny how bearish this chart really is. When you look at the 1 day, it doesn't look that great either. Like, we really need to see a rebound here soon. I mean, we've had at this point nearly like a week and a half of like red candles. I really can't recall the last time we've had this many consecutive red candles. I mean, if we look at these charts here, yeah, like, I mean, generally it's like 3 red days followed by a decent sized green candle at most. And normally when we do have a huge correction single day, we eat it back up, like what we saw right here in February. We just haven't been seeing those V-shaped that V-shaped recovery here. Even on this day, you know, like, it was still obviously a very red day at minus 15% on the 10th of October here. But like, we at the very least, you know, I mean, when we bottomed out at 120, we ate up the majority of that red candle and closed off the day at 236 or whatever it was, right? So, I mean, it's just very strange what's going on right now, guys. Get to the point. I'll get to the point. Don't you worry, bro. We gotta make sure everyone's here, though. I want to make sure everyone gets the point. It's not just all about you, big dog. It may go under $1. Lots of liquidity at 80 cents. Yeah, that's honestly what I think. We're gonna trace below $1. We're gonna rebound pretty sharply once we find that bottom, and then the liquidity cycle is gonna really start once the money printer and stimulus comes around, which I do think will align with that 6 to 8 months, like I was talking about. But we have yet to see. You know, things can change. Maybe Jerome Powell will resign tomorrow, and the new Fed chair will say we're lowering rates by 3%. You know, right now, we never know. I just think that's likely based off of what we're seeing right now. XRP is currently trading at 189. We buying everything on a fire sale? Absolutely. I mean, listen, guys, like, I made all of my money. I made an insane amount of money during the last bear market just because I was buying those dips. You know, like, I was consistently entering in between 50 to 30 cent XRP for like a year. I was doing that. Maybe even a little bit longer than a year. I was buying at those ranges. And so if that's indeed what we're going to be seeing again, like, guys, it's going to be explosive, you know, if we're even at like 60 cents or 80 cents or whatever, you know, which I do think that's probably closer to where we're going to bottom out this time. And then, you know, we have an explosive rally leading into later on in 2026. Yeah, guys, I mean, bear markets historically last a lot shorter than the bull markets do. A lot shorter. Levi, do you think the larger exchanges have a hand in what's been going on with the markets lately? 1000%. And I actually have a pretty solid proof that something's going on there, which I will be covering today. There's definitely something going on. We know there is a very large institution that's likely in trouble, that's making very large sustained sell-offs. So, yeah. Down again. Oh my god, this is unbelievable. What is this? Okay, are we back? Can I like make my video quality lower or something? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I lower my quality on my stream, there'll be a better chance that, like, I just think everything's just exploding right now, guys. I'm gonna be real. Stream is like there's something I can do here to make the, I can only change that. Okay. Yeah, I just gotta hope that these servers get their crap in order, guys, because this is just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. 189. 189. The audio is glitching too. Ugh, this is unbelievable. It's definitely not me. I mean, I have like a really strong internet connection. I know that for sure. But I know all like for some reason everything is just breaking right now. Like outside, like it's just weird. It's just really weird what's going on. I don't know. But okay. 189. That's what we're at right now. Let's try to get through all the news, guys, with hopefully things not exploding again. YouTube wants to shut me down. Yeah. Okay, so a lot of people are saying that I'm good now. All right, so I'll just try to get through everything. 920, 920. It's giving me this warning. Yeah, like I'm literally my bit rate's at 0. That's insane. Like that literally has to be something on YouTube's side. Let me see if YouTube like is glitching out right now. Let's see this. Yeah, this is crazy, man. I'm just getting throttled straight up. Okay. Looks like we're better now. We're getting better. All right. Looks like we're better now. Things are improving. Okay. So guys, let's talk about this. Let's get into the news. I have a feeling that I'm not going to be able to do it otherwise. So, as many of you probably have noticed, you know, Bitcoin fell below 86,000, XRP, you know, got absolutely decimated earlier today. It went down to 182. Things are just looking very bearish, right? We've yet to see like a sizable or noticeable bounce, which is just strange. You know, normally we see a big bounce in a bull market after, you know, a good sized sell-off like this, but it doesn't seem like we're getting that bounce. We can still wait for that bounce. I know some of you guys are going to say, oh no, it's coming. We'll see, right? But it hasn't happened yet. And yeah, things are looking really strange. Lots of liquidations. I mean, in 60 minutes, once again, we had over $1 billion worth of liquidations. We had the biggest liquidation event in history on 10/10. And so what a lot of like top people in the crypto space are saying. Okay. Is it still not working? This is unbelievable. Okay. This is insane. I'm literally just trying to... I know my internet's fine. What all you guys can do is just lower your stream quality to the lowest possible. And just try to listen, okay? Okay. Okay, so we have over $1 billion worth of liquidations just in the last 60 minutes alone. I mean, people are still getting absolutely wrecked in leverage. And so what a lot of like the top people are saying, like Tom Lee, for example, he's pushing us back to 10/10. He's basically saying the liquidation event on 10/10 was so huge that there are large institutional market makers who consistently are going to have to sell off large positions of their crypto portfolio in order to ensure that they are staying afloat right now. And so we don't know exactly who's selling, but we do know there is definitely coordinated daily sell-offs by a very large institution that has billions of dollars. And so it definitely begs some attention. It's good to see that the stream is good now. And I will get into what is going on there when they're selling the approximate amount that they're selling, all of that kind of stuff. But there's also some weird things going on with companies. I mean, in the AI space specifically, like Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, just came out and said that the whole world would have fallen apart if they missed earnings in Q3. Just like a strange thing. I don't know. Interesting, right? Just something to keep in mind. And then you look at what is happening to these companies. Peter Thiel, one of the top AI and technology investors that have ever existed. I mean, this guy has made billions of dollars investing in companies. He's offloading all of his technology stocks right now. And as he's doing this, NVIDIA is losing like $600 billion worth of market capitalization after just gaining $450 billion of market capitalization. This all happened in like 54 hours. Like, the amount of money that is moving right now is insane. And what this looks like to me is retail investors are buying insane amounts and institutional investors are using them as exit liquidity. And I'm also seeing this in the crypto market as well, which I'm going to get into. But when you factor in the fact that Peter Thiel, one of the guys who undoubtedly is the most in the know in this space, is offloading 100% of his NVIDIA, and then you see certain moves like this happen immediately thereafter, it starts to paint a certain picture, which I think shouldn't be ignored. I do think that a lot of institutions right now are exiting. And in fact, I know some institutions in the crypto space are 100% exiting, which once again, we'll talk about soon. Also, I mean, the S&P 500 has been going kind of crazy too the last few days. I mean, it's not just crypto that's exploding, guys. The S&P 500 erased and turns negative on the day, 50 points down. Another flash crash. I mean, you look at this, it's interesting, right? I mean, this is not like something retail could do. There's no major headlines on the day, but there's insane amounts of profit taking happening here from some entity that has a large amount of capital. I mean, that much is undeniable. The only people that can do this, in my view anyways, are large scale institutions. Investors are also selling crypto at a record pace right now. So it seems like people are starting to maybe think that it is a bear market now. We can see, this is crypto funds. Crypto funds saw $2 billion in outflows last week, which is the largest since February, tariffs. This also marks the third consecutive weekly sale, bringing the total to about $3.2 billion. Bitcoin actually led the outflows at 1.4 billion, while Ethereum saw about 689 million, which is actually insane for Ethereum, considering its relative size. And as a result, average daily outflows as a percentage of assets under management over the last month have risen to the highest level on record. Combined with price declines, total assets under management have dropped 27% from the October peak to 191 billion here. This is what many people would call a structured decline. Here you can see the large amount of outflows here. You can look back to previous times that this has happened. The previous time that this happened was back in 2022. Does anybody know what happened in 2022? Can anyone in the chat tell me? Well, this is when the bear market was, the last bear market, right? Just something to keep note. I'm not saying it is a bear market. I'm just saying if it looks and smells like a bear market, it's possible. Michael Saylor responds to the MSCI index situation, which is also another potential negative catalyst. But, you know, we'll get into the positives too. Don't worry, guys. MicroStrategy is not a fund, not a trust, and not a holding company. This is what Michael Saylor was saying. We're a publicly traded operating company with a $500 million software business and a unique treasury strategy that uses Bitcoin as productive capital. Now, the reason why this is important is this comes after MSCI launched a formal consultation on how to classify digital asset treasury companies or DATs. Their view is such companies as more similar to investment funds rather than traditional operating businesses. Why is this important? Well, investment funds and trusts ineligible for their flagship equity benchmarks, like the MSCI USA Index and MSCI World Index, if MSCI and others rule that MicroStrategy is in fact an investment fund or trust, the resulting exclusion would be market moving, right? And right now, MicroStrategy is down about 70% from its high, basically double that of Bitcoin. So, right, basically what we're looking at here is if MicroStrategy is classified differently, a lot of things would have to change about their company, and this actually might force them to sell Bitcoin. That's actually a possibility. We have yet to see how this is going to play out, but we're going to be watching that closely. Another interesting thing is right now MicroStrategy's Bitcoin position is almost red. Bitcoin just extended its decline to a low of $80,500, just $6,067 away from MicroStrategy's entry at $74,000. That's their average entry price. This puts Bitcoin about 8% away from MicroStrategy's position churning negative. Just 46 days ago, MicroStrategy's Bitcoin position was up 70%. The stock MSTR is now down 70% from its record high. And so people are asking, can Saylor keep buying? Well, I guess we're going to see if people keep giving him the money to do so. So I wanted to kind of go over all of this. And another thing, which is the institutional selling. Because one thing that I have personally seen is pretty much every single market open over the last few days, aka 9:30 a.m. Eastern, there has been a sizable sell-off of Bitcoin, of XRP, of Ethereum, of all of the major crypto assets, and this has caused a market-wide crash, basically, right? And to me, on the surface, when I saw that, it looked pretty suspicious. Why are we seeing a 9:30 a.m. crash across the market every single day almost? Like, it's almost precisely at 9:30 a.m. Eastern every single day we're seeing this for the last couple of days here. It just seemed kind of strange, right? I mean, right on market open, right? And it's like, it seems like it's a very similar amount of selling activity every single day. Something's going on. So I asked Grok about this, if there's like any on-chain research to kind of support what's going on. And we can see over the past 2 weeks, crypto traders have noticed a highly consistent pattern. Every single US trading day, at exactly 9:30 a.m. Eastern, which is the New York City market open, a large aggressive sell order hits the Binance Bitcoin USDT perpetual futures market. This creates a sharp downtrend wick candle almost every single time, often 1 to 3% on Bitcoin, which is a massive, massive entity, right? Asset, before the price usually recovers later in the day. The timing is precise to the minute. The execution style is identical each day, and it has happened without fail on every US session since early mid-November. And so if this is going to continue to happen, we don't know how long it's going to be happening for. We don't know how much capital these guys have, but it's apparent that every single US market open, this is happening since mid-November, and it's looking like it'll continue to happen for a while. This is not retail or a normal whale. The consistency and indifference to slippage and liquidity screams institutional or a mandated flow. The leading explanations from the most credible on-chain flow analysts, such as Frontrunner and The Prophet and others, are a distressed market maker or prop desk unwinding inventory from the October 10, 2025 liquidity fracture, the event that broke depth and started the current shallow liquidity regime. A fund or desk under a strict mandate to deleverage/reduce exposure inside this window, and less likely but possible, a systemic hedging flow tied to spot ETF redemptions, which I personally think is not the case. I definitely think it's a distressed market maker. Why? Well, number one, people that I know are in the know in Wall Street have been saying this actually very consistently. One notable example is Tom Lee. And if there's anybody who's connected with these market makers, it's most definitely Tom Lee. Tom Lee has been going on pretty much all of the major news media outlets and saying, October 10, there's a market maker in trouble because of this, and they are offloading because they have to. And this is exactly what it looks like. Now, who exactly this is, we don't know, but they have a lot of money. A lot of money. And if they're in this much trouble, that's a little bit concerning. It does really remind me of the FTX collapse in the previous bear market. Now, I'm not saying like whoever this market maker is involved in some kind of fraud like FTX was, but I do think that financially they're in a bit of a pickle. I mean, that much is apparent if they're doing a consistent coordinated sell-off, not worrying about slippage, just selling their assets. Sounds like to me that there's some kind of like there's probably securities officers that are involved in this. Probably. Maybe they have to, maybe they have to file for some kind of bankruptcy, right? And they have to do this, right? This is what it looks like to me. But once again, we don't know for sure. We just know that they're selling every single day at 9:30 a.m. And we're probably going to hear a lot more of this later. The reason why we probably haven't seen a public statement about this yet is because they can't. If they were to come out and say, we are bankrupt, I mean, what do you guys think would happen to the markets, right? They can't just let everything collapse on its face. Instead, they're probably going to try and get as much money as possible to ensure that their investors are good and all of that kind of stuff. They're compliant, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, this does look like forced sales to settle books. I mean, that's basically exactly what guys, I've been around. I've seen this. I saw this in the last bull run. It looked almost exactly the same when I saw many other bankruptcies happen. So I'm just going to say that I don't know for sure. Nobody knows for sure unless they're, at this company or probably a securities officer that's working with them. But yeah. Now, how much are they selling? Well, this is a pretty good point here. No public wallet or order book fingerprint has been definitively tied to it yet. So exact size is unknown, but the impact is large enough to override all other flow at that minute and consistently print a multi% wick on the global Bitcoin price. Realistic range is probably between 800 to 2,500 Bitcoin equivalent per day. I'm going to lean towards 2,500 Bitcoin. At current Bitcoin prices, I mean, we're looking at what, $85,000 Bitcoin, right? Let's just say. So we're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars anyways that they're selling. And over the last 10 to 12 trading days, this has been running cumulative size is likely 15,000 and 30,000 Bitcoin. So I mean that's obviously a lot of money. 15,000 Bitcoin on the low end. We're looking at billions of dollars now. Potentially multiple billions of dollars. Big, but like, of course, this is not like civilization ending. But another thing that needs to be paid attention to, I think, and factored in here is what's happening with the S&P and Nvidia, right? So the timing of Nvidia's strange movements like this, like massive amounts of liquidity coming in, followed by massive in the know investors like Peter Thiel selling their holdings, not even just a little bit, 100% of their holdings. And also these sorts of moves on market open for the S&P 500, definitely institutional based because it's on market open, right? It does happens like that. I think there's definitely something that needs to be that we're not in the know about is basically what I'm saying here. And so I really would love to see a huge bounce here for XRP and whatever to happen with this market maker or whoever else this institutional guy is to be figured out and not cause any detrimental effects to the market. But it's starting to look very eerily similar to the previous beginning of the previous bear market. So yeah, we have yet to see exactly how this is all going to play out in the end, but yeah, that's basically what I found, which I thought you guys all should know about anyways. You won't have to pay tax. That's the first comment I see. That's hilarious. Everything is changing. None of these crypto influencers know what's happening. It's a new frontier. Yeah, I mean, listen, I like nobody knows for 100% certain what's going to happen. Even like the owners of the crypto exchanges, like Gemini's CEO, I covered this. He said that Bitcoin is never going to go below $89,000 again, like period. He posted that on X. We're now at 83,000. We actually dipped below $89,000 per coin like 3 times after he said that. So like, listen, I'm just doing my best to analyze these markets and make sense of what's happening, you know, relaying my experience to you guys. And so far, I've been more accurate than a CEO of a multi-billion-dollar crypto exchange. And so if I am right, we are headed into the bear market right now. You know, I'm just going to take it in stride, and I'm going to continue doing my best. That's all. That's all, you know. But yeah, nobody knows for certain. Nobody has a crystal ball. If I had a crystal ball, I would go, you know, 50x short on the market right now and make hundreds of millions of dollars. You know, I'd have my Michael Burry big short moment. But I'm not confident enough to do that yet because, you know, I still want to see this week close out. I want to look at the moving averages. I want to see how much we bounce off of these latest corrections. You know, I'm not doing that yet. I honestly feel like they're going to short the whole market to zero. I don't think it's going to be quite that dramatic, but I do think that we're definitely going to bottom out around 60K Bitcoin, maybe a little bit higher, maybe a little bit lower, but I think it's going to be pretty close to 60K. And I do think that XRP is going to be going below $1. I really do believe that, guys. And I'm sorry if that's not what some of you guys want to hear. I know some of you guys really want to believe this bull market is still in full force, but I got to keep it real, you know? That's just how I do, guys. Levi says short after we tanked. Brother, listen, I was talking about this a month ago in my Discord. A month ago. Basically, when we were at all-time highs almost. Like right after we hit all-time highs or whatever. I was talking about this. You can go in. You can join into my Discord. I'll literally show you the receipts. You can see it with your own eyes. It's going to end sometime, so I'm just holding and sticking to the plan. Respect, brother. I agree. It's going to end sometime. And I honestly don't think the bear market's going to be a very long time, very long at all. So do you think we're in a bear market now? I do. I do think so. I would love to be proven wrong. Love to be proven wrong. But listen, if we're in a bear market, I'm buying the dip anyways. I don't care. You know, I'm ready to buy the dip. I'm ready to buy XRP below $1. Are you kidding me? That's amazing. The bulls got their balls cut off. It's just the man, you know, it's just the way it is. I do think we're very strong in the denial phase right now. I'm seeing a lot of denial. I'm open-minded to anything. I'm super open-minded here, but I feel like I'm seeing a lot of denial. A lot of people that thought this bull run is supposed to like never end or something. But yeah, we'll see, guys. We'll see. Can you make a poll XRP under $1? Sure. You know, let's do a bull or bear market poll. Or then we'll do like a where do we think XRP's price will go poll. Let's do it, guys. Are we in a bear or bull market? Bull bear. Let's see. That's why retail's in the denial phase. Yeah. For every bear market, there is a bull market. That's like right. Every bull market, there's a bear market. That's right, guys. I mean, it's just a natural flow of money, how things go, guys. I mean, as long as we have the Fed and as long as we have somebody controlling the money supply this way, I mean, it's just the way it's gonna work, guys. We're trading Bitcoin paired to USDT, right? I mean, come on. We're not trading Bitcoin paired to Bitcoin. We're not trading Bitcoin paired to XRP. I need profits to brag about during the holidays. This is so sad. Yeah, I hear you, man. But listen, maybe next year, next holidays, you know. And if I'm right, you have the potential to make 10x more next bull run than this one too. So, you know, that's going to be pretty amazing if that does play out the way I think it does. Alt season was short alt season was short term. Yeah, exactly. It was pretty short. Yeah. I think the opposite institutions buy now, maybe not in exchanges, but through ETFs. No, there's been record outflows right now. So that's just not the case. There's been record outflows on Bitcoin, Ethereum, all that kind of stuff. So there's definitely a lot more selling happening than buying. I mean, that is undeniable. If you do have some other information to share with me that I am missing, you feel free. But Bitcoin and Ethereum outflows, clear as day. Clear as day what's going on there right now. All right, so yeah, the sentiment is definitely shifting a bit. It seems like a lot more people are willing to accept that we're in a bear market now than before. The first live that I did 3 days ago, guys, I asked you guys if we're in a bull market or a bear market, and I said I think we're in a bear market. I had 1,000 people yelling at me, calling me a fucking like a retard, amongst many other slurs. And the chat was saying like 80% bull market, 20% bear market. The tunes changed a little bit, I will say, just a little bit. We're now at 60% bear, it looks like. Maybe next year the turkey tastes better. Yeah, we can hope. Hey guys, listen, we'll have a good Christmas no matter what. A Christmas where we can buy that dip, baby. Come on now. That's pretty nice. That's a gift. That is a gift. It truly is. It truly is. If you're a long-term investor, it's a gift. What do you think will happen to Claver's bet? Well, I know we're not hitting $750 per XRP by the end of this year. So, I mean, you could tell me, what do you think's going to happen? Do you think XRP is going to hit $750 by the end of this year, guys? Let's get a yes or no in the chat. $750 by the end of the year. That's hilarious, dude. Oh, we got some yeses. Okay. Wow. Okay. Maybe the hopium is stronger than I thought. Yes, watch Japan. Some people still... Okay, I mean, listen. Bless your guys' hearts, okay? Bless your guys' hearts who are saying yes. Bless your guys' hearts. Need some chapstick. Oh man. We're in a piggy market. Yeah, I mean it's a little kooky. I'm not gonna lie. $750 by year end, a little kooky. He dodged my bet of $1 million because on that $750 bet, guys, he's only betting 4,000 XRP. I mean, for Jake, like $8,000 is nothing. You know what I mean? Like that's like not a very large amount of money. But $1 million I know for him is a lot of money. So the reason why he dodged my bet and accepted the other guy's bet is he could have a lot of people still believe him because he has enough conviction to make a bet for $750. I mean, obviously he believes it, right? Debatable. It's not a lot of money for him. It's like a lot of you guys throwing $5 out there, you know? Like it's not really that much money for him. But he dodges the $1 million bet because that actually is a sizable amount of money for him. It actually means something for him, right? I'm just saying. That's why he dodged my bet. We have more chance of Timmy the Elf cooking the Thanksgiving turkey. Oh, that's hilarious, dude. Wonder what his excuse will be after January 1st. He's just going to do what he always does. He's just going to say, oh, by the end of 2026, it's going to hit $1,000 per coin. And then when it doesn't happen in 2026, he's going to say by the end of 2027, it's going to hit $1,000 per coin. That's what's going to happen. Okay? I'm calling it now. That's what he's been doing for the last 3 years. It's going to continue. It's just his play. Hi, Levi. So if this is the bear market or close to it, will the price capitulate or just trend downwards? Feels like it's dipping too quickly. You know, like we're gonna continue seeing small little bounces, right? We're gonna get. This is what I think. This is my opinion. Okay. We're gonna keep getting corrections, small bounces, corrections, small bounces, just like what we're seeing over the last like couple of days here. I mean, you look at like these charts. Or sorry, this is the 1 hour, 1 day charts. You can see like every single day we are trending down, but we are getting like, you know, we are bouncing on our wicks here. You know, like you can see we are bouncing on the wick, right? But I do think the general trend is going to continue to be down, yeah. And I do think that we're going to go through a very aggressive and quick corrective period. And then the dust is going to settle. We might go down a little bit more. We'll find our bottom then. And then it's going to be like almost an immediate bounce from the bottom to like a pretty nice price. And when you guys see the immediate bounce start happen, like when those V-shaped recoveries start happening off of the dips, that's when you need to be like locked in, guys. Like I'm telling you, that is when the next bull market is going to start. And like I said, I think it's going to be between 6 to 8 months, somewhere in there. But that's what we need to look for. People don't believe me when I talked about Trump a decade ago, and yet here we are. Everything he said he'll do is getting done. Are you tired of winning yet? I love that. You'll be so tired of winning. Lunk to $1 in 24 hours. Hurry before it's too late. Lol, remember those days? Yeah, I do. And listen, that was stupid, basically. That's all I got to say about that. Which Democrat put a glitch in the system? Which Democrat put a glitch in the system? Which Democrat put a glitch in the system? What do you mean by that? Sorry, I'm trying to understand. What if we move to 250? Are we still in a bear market? What if we move to $2.50? Are we still in a bear market? No, if we can like break above $2.50 and hold above $2.50 for longer than like a single day, then it's very possible that the market's actually completely reversing. And like, these are some of the nicest green candles we have gotten in a while, guys. I mean, look at this. I mean, this single green candle right here, 2.5%. This one right here, 1%. This one right here, 1.5%. So like, you know, if we can bounce here, guys, and actually hold the bounce and not get an immediate sell-off like what we got off of this latest one right here, there is still hope. I want to make that clear. Like, it's not like hopeless. I'm just saying like the odds are not in our favor right now. That's basically my main point, guys. So just keep that in mind. It is possible we reverse here, but we do have to hold a higher level and keep that higher level for a bit. Because yeah, this chart looks a little gnarly. I mean, we can't deny that. I mean, look at this candle right here, guys. Isn't this insane? Like, what is this? Like a 15-minute candle. This is on the 11th of November, so like 10 days ago or whatever, right? 15-minute candle. We go all the way up to 108 and instantly back down to 102 again. Isn't that insane? I mean, yeah, that's pretty crazy. That takes a lot of volume to do that on Bitcoin, guys. That's crazy to see that on Bitcoin, you know? So yeah, I mean, if we can hold and actually hit like a short-term higher high and higher low, maybe we see a reverse, but I just don't see it happening right now. So Tom Lee stated it's a glitch that hit the system. It's the reason Bitcoin, XRP, Solana are all down. It'll be fixed. Give it 2 weeks. A glitch. I mean, I haven't heard anything about this glitch. I'll maybe look more into what Tom Lee said. But it wasn't... Well, I mean, there was a glitch, yeah, I guess, with like the market makers and stuff like that, if that's what you're referring to. But like I was mentioning before, that I believe it's a market maker. I don't know for certain. What I believe to be a market maker is selling on market open every single day. Why would they be selling right now? large amounts, like thousands of Bitcoin. Why would they be selling thousands of Bitcoin every single market open? If it was just a glitch or whatever, you know? How long is that going to last for? How much Bitcoin do they need to sell? I mean, a glitch sounds like you're talking about the US elections. That's funny. Yeah, if it was a glitch, why are they selling exactly, right? And also, why would everyone get liquidated if it was just a glitch, right? Unless, like, you're basically accusing these exchanges of just straight up stealing money from people. Like, they're taking advantage of, like, an on-screen software glitch when, like, in reality, the markets didn't really move the way that the charts said they did. Like, it's just very vague what you're saying. It definitely needs some kind of proof or evidence, you know? Like, someone's definitely covering their losses right now. I mean, that much is pretty certain. But who that is, exactly how bad it is, how much they need to sell, all that kind of stuff, yet to be seen, right? Yet to be seen. But we'll see, I'm sure, in a while. Just like October 10th was a glitch, I think that was a test for what's happening. Once again, I don't really know. Don't really know what exactly you're trying to say. I think Levi's theory is spot on based on market action and how orderly the sell-off is. It's very orderly. I mean, you can't deny it, right? I mean, every single day at exactly 9:30 a.m. Eastern, sharp, boom, on the dot. Let's sell thousands of Bitcoin, right? I mean, that's interesting. I wonder. So, like, if Michael Saylor has to redefine what his company is, I wonder what the full implication of that is. I'm gonna do some more research on that to get some, like, actual numbers. Like, will he have to actually sell Bitcoin? Because if Michael Saylor does have to sell Bitcoin as a result of that restructuring, that could cause, like, mayhem, right? Because that guy has a lot of Bitcoin, a lot. I know there is something Altcoin Daily put the Lee video up. Okay, got it. I know there is something in regard to MSCI, the Michael Saylor Bitcoin company, along with all companies that have more than 50% in crypto, will be delisted. They are selling big time. Really? Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. If true, I'm gonna do a lot more research on that. I think the derivatives on commercial real estate hit the fan, and banks demanding liquidity and not letting them roll contracts. Yeah, I do think the money printer, like, absolutely has to go on soon. Like, it's very apparent when you look at the bank's balance sheets that they're also in trouble, and they have been for quite some time. You look at, like, you know, the last few quarters and their unrealized losses, like, it's getting pretty concerning. And this time it's, like, not as well, I guess it's more tied to, like, commercial real estate than it was before, with you know, the 2008 financial crisis. Regional banks are, majors are fine. Yeah, they are selling XRP to buy all of the ETFs. They're selling XRP to buy all of the ETFs that are coming in. Institutions are looking to play the long game and make a retail sell so they can. Interesting theory. I think, like, over, like, a macro, like, kind of midterm play, that's like a pretty solid theory. I don't think it's gonna be, like, instantaneous. You know what I mean? Where, like, oh, like, you know, oh yeah, Bitcoin's at 84,000 now. Now institutions are ready to put trillions of dollars in. I don't think it's really gonna play out like that, but I think Bitcoin will have to hit a lower price before these guys are really ready to pile in. Bitcoin is the Matrix, XRP is Neo. I love it. The question to ask is, which of the previous 4-year cycles was the world and government adopting crypto? That's the simple way to ask it. I mean, you could argue that this was also happening in 2021. There was ETFs that were, you know, coming out in 2021. There was a lot more institutional adoption. There were a lot more big players, big exchanges in the space making insane amounts of money. just because you got, governments adopting something or institutions being involved in something, it doesn't mean that like things are going to the stratosphere and the price is going to go up all the time. And I think that's a very large misconception that people have. I mean, like, look at the 2008 financial crisis. Look at the dot-com bubble. Why do you think those bubbles were even there to begin with? It's because of the institutions. There was these insane evaluations and all these institutions raising capital at these insane evaluations that made no sense. They were repackaging bad debt and selling it over and over again. That was all because of the institutions. It wasn't because of retail. I mean, retail was obviously buying the bad debt and all that kind of stuff and like getting these crappy mortgages and all that kind of stuff. All right. But yeah, I banned him. But yeah, we have to remember that institutions in a lot of cases are the reason why the bubble is created and a reason why the bubble pops, right? Yeah, I blocked the spammer. Sorry, guys. Levi, they removed one of your videos. Apparently you're violating community guidelines. Look it up, bro. I have looked it up, bro. Why do all of the majority of cryptos move together when they all have their own story? Exchanges. The short answer is exchanges. They will coordinate pretty large sell-offs across the market to sell a narrative, to get people to feel a certain way. There's a lot of manipulation that happens because of centralized exchanges. I wish there was a lot more people that were comfortable using DEXs. I wish the regulation around DEXs was a lot more transparent, because right now it's not. In 2006, my sister and her husband got a $225,000 mortgage. She didn't work, and he worked 34 hours a week at Walmart at $11 an hour. Yeah. Who gave them that mortgage? And then we'll talk about who's to blame for the bubble, Remember, exchanges are not also the market makers. They see your positions. That's true. Yeah, they're different. But exchanges do have big reserves of crypto, like a lot of money. In at 2:30, just going to take up a hobby and wait for another lunar landing. Let's go, man. Crypto will fix the banks from being able to leverage against assets if they give a valuation to. If the assets are tokenized and have real asset liquidity value, no more bubbles. I wouldn't say like it would completely negate any bubbles, because people can still raise at stupid evaluations, and things can still get inflated in value because people are being manipulated into buying things that they shouldn't. I think bubbles will always exist, to be clear, because I think there's always going to be people that ignore fundamentals and just buy things because price go up. But I mean, it'll help for sure. Yeah, it'll help create more market stability. 100%. You're right. Yeah. Needless to say, they don't own that house anymore. I wonder why. $11 an hour? I mean, 34 hours a week? Yeah, I think they should be able to cover that mortgage. No problem, right? Levi, what do you think about? Think about what? Levi, what do you think about November 22nd, 2025? Swift ends the coexistence period, making ISO 222 the sole standard and discontinuing the legacy MT format. Yeah, like that's obviously a great thing for a lot of ISO compliant cryptos. It really gives them the potential to get in here and make some kind of move in the market. I don't think it's going to be like an instantaneous, November 22nd is the date, things are all going to simultaneously explode. I would love to be wrong. But I do think it's going to take time. As anything does, generally when we have a big date like that, it's kind of like a sell the news event. I mean, look what just happened with the ETF launch, right? It was a sell the news event. So we'll see. Okay, so 55% of people are bears, 45% are bulls. We'll end that poll. Thanks for voting, guys. All right, start a poll. Where do you think XRP will bottom in the next 12 months? We're going to put current price or $1 or below. Let's see how many people believe that we're at the bottom right now. I think this is an interesting thought experiment as well. We're currently at 196 for XRP, guys. How many of you guys think that we're at the bottom right now? Versus, you know, maybe we'll go to $1 or below. This must be the bottom or else. Or else what? We're testing a key level right now, guys. Currently at 196. I mean, we're showing a lot of strength here. This is nice to see. A lot of people are buying. If we can continue this rally and, you know, get back up to, you know, let's see, like 214-ish and hold that, we're looking pretty good. Let's see what we can do, guys. I hope it drops. We got some nihilists in the chat for sure. More blood, yeah. I think we bottomed at 182, but we might revisit it in a few more weeks. Okay. We could be bottoming out, but short term. Okay. A lot of people think we're bottoming out at current price. Interesting. More than 50% of people. Is it copium or is it the truth? I guess we'll find out soon, right? We're at 196 now. Look at that. 197. Are we ready for the moon boy candle? It's pushing. But BlackRock and new ETF pump coming? Random guess. Okay. What are we at right now for the day? So XRP is down 1.25%. Bitcoin down 2.17%. Ethereum down 1.63% on the day. I mean, this is some nice price action. Thank you for the gifted memberships, Kalu. Let's go, Kalu Kanzi. Maybe we go to $2 here. Let's see it, guys. It always goes up, but right before the Fed speaks and then crashes. Is the Fed gonna speak in a minute? Let's see. Also, let's see if X is like broken still. Okay, looks like it. Uh-oh. Guys, I might have some bad news. I might have some bad news, guys. Jim Cramer just came in with a statement. He says, lots of good elements are lining up for a rally. Are you guys ready? Listen, I'm thinking the markets are looking real bullish right now. I think we're going to hit new all-time highs here really soon. Why? Why, dude? Why does this guy have to open his mouth, dude? Every single time. Every single time, bro. I really hope that this is the one time that he's right. I really hope this is the one time that this guy is right. Listen, if I were you guys right now, I'd be buying Nvidia off of this latest dip here. I think it's really bullish. How does this guy have a career, man? Are we just like giving this guy a career because does anyone? I wonder if there's anybody who like unironically actually listens to Jim Cramer, and then it's like, man, like this guy's got a good point, you know? Yeah, maybe I should buy it. Maybe I should buy right now off of this massive rally we just had where Nvidia just went up 60% in 2 days. Yeah, you know, maybe he has a good point. He's paid to distract retail. I genuinely believe so, but like I genuinely believe that's the case. Yeah, I think like institutions pay this guy big bucks like right before they're about to like do the opposite of what he says, basically. You're too young to know anything about Jim Cramer, dude. I've been following this guy for the last 5 years, and I know he's been wrong a lot more than he's been right, and it's hilarious. Okay, that's all I need to know. I love Cramer as an entertainer. He's a funny guy. Yeah, 100%. He's a funny guy. But his market predictions have been interesting, to say the least. It'll take a few months of 80-cent XRP to build my bags up. A few months of. I mean, honestly, I think you'll get a good couple months. The second he said that, we started to dump again. We're at 196 right now, guys. It looks like. Let me just refresh. 197. 197 right now, guys. I mean, we're kind of holding at this level now. We're kind of struggling to break through this 197-ish range. You know, if we can break and hold above $2, that's a good short-term thing. We'll see what happens. I've watched him the last 25 years. Nice, man. I think that's a little bit too long, though. If I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing that you've been watching Jim Cramer for 25 years, but good for you, man. Good for you. Jim for president? Yeah, maybe this guy would be the leader we need. Show the clip of him. Oh, in the 2008 Bear Stearns crash. Yeah, actually, that's a good one. Let me get that. But let's 2008 Jim Cramer 2008 crash. What was it? Oh yeah. Here it is.
Okay, Peter writes, should I be worried about Bear Stearns in terms of liquidity and get my money out of there? No. Bear Stearns is fine. Do not take your money out. This is really, look, if there's one takeaway other than a plus 400 somewhere, Bear Stearns is not in trouble. I mean, if anything, they're more likely to be taken over. Don't move your money from Bear. That's just being silly. Don't be silly.
Okay, just so you get a sense of what's causing the agony by this point, I know you've been talking about it. It's financials led by Bear Stearns after what essentially is a bailout from the Fed. Bear Stearns shares are down 90% this morning, and it's not just Bear. Pretty much every single bank is plunging in early trade this morning. Lehman, which is very similar to Bear and its reliance on fixed income, is down nearly 30%. You have big names like Goldman Sachs down 8%, Citigroup down 8%. So it is pain across the board this morning, and as you know, it all emanates from the shock this weekend that J.P. Morgan, along with the Fed, was going to be bailing out Bear Stearns for $2 a share. This is a stock that recently was trading at 80. Last year was trading at 160. It is the fifth biggest bank on Wall Street. It is significant in that it is establishing a price for some of these hard-to-value securities, and as you are well aware, that price is pretty much zero, and that's why you're seeing pain across the street. Now,
yeah, man. I don't know. Listening to Jim Cramer is not the flex you think it is. Let me just put it that way. Yeah, that guy definitely knows stuff. Do I do bicep curls? Yes. Up next, 50-year mortgage. Yeah, like what could possibly go wrong, dude? What could possibly go wrong with the 50-year mortgages? I mean, you're gonna be paying the banks like almost 4 times the value of your home by the time your mortgage is over. That is crazy, man. Isn't it like 3 times? How much is it with a 50-year mortgage? How much does the bank make off of a 50-year mortgage? How much does the bank make off a $500,000 50-year mortgage at current rates? $4x. Is it actually 4x? There's no way. I'm gonna do the fast answer here. Here we go. Yeah, total payments. So the monthly. Wow. So for a $500,000 home, you're basically, yeah. I mean, like, look at these numbers, guys. Like, this is a $500,000 home, by the way. Ugh. I think it's like between 3 to 4x, basically. That's crazy talk, man. That's insane. That's insane. And like, by the time the 50-year mortgage is over, I don't think the home's going to be worth, maybe it will be worth 4x the amount you bought it for. I mean, who knows? But that's crazy talk. That's truly crazy. That is insanity. That's all I got to say about that. Let's see if there's any other major news. Your XAP's up over the year? Man, then you did things the right way. Big shout out to you, brother. Truthfully. Just look at that smile. This guy knows things, dude. You can't tell me this guy does not know things. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, I mean, let's see if the Kabosi letter posted any updates here. I just want to go through this quick, too. Yeah. Yeah, so here's the bounce for the S&P. It looks like crypto's not bouncing as hard, but like, I mean, I covered how the S&P went down 50 points right on open, right? No headlines, no new information, yet the S&P has just surged 100 points in 50 minutes. That's $800 billion in market cap. The herd's now moving in the opposite direction. Wow. This is just mechanical sentiment-based swings. Use fear-based emotional selling to your advantage. I do think trading the stock market right now is a lot more lucrative than the crypto market, just for the short term, until the crypto market figures out what it's going to do. But like, I mean, just look at this chart, guys. I mean, since when has the S&P moved like this? I mean, this last year for the S&P and the NASDAQ has been insane, no? The S&P doesn't have the Binance anchor. That is so true. That is, oh my lord, that's so true. You're so right. I mean, like, our market makers in crypto and a lot of the centralized exchanges, not just Binance, some of the other big ones as well, they truthfully, like, they hold us back so much, and it blows my mind to no end that people still put all of their money in these exchanges, you know, and help them accomplish this. And like, listen, like, it does exist to a certain degree in the stock market, but obviously the rules of the road in the stock market are a lot different. So, you know, they can't really get away with it as much as they can in the crypto market. So it's just insane. I mean, if you guys could take a peek behind the curtain, I mean, you'd be blown away by the sort of stuff that's happening. One thing that you're failing to take into account is all prices are about to be reset. A 500K mortgage will be a 1%er soon. Yeah, I mean, yeah, 1%. If that does happen, I mean, obviously you're not going to be paying that much. Honestly, yeah, like, if you can lock in a 50-year mortgage at like a 1% interest rate, like, if you can actually do that, that is not horrible. truthfully speaking, like if that's like your dream home and you're going to be living there for the rest of your life, I'm just saying at like 4% or 5% interest rates or anything above that, that is like the biggest, that is a ripoff. Like, you know, like that's insane. I don't think that these banks will give a 50-year mortgage at 1%, but maybe I'm wrong. I'd love to be wrong about that. If we go down to 1% interest rates or close to maybe 1.25, 1.5 or something, I don't think that's horrible. I don't think that's a horrible thing to do. I do think it's a very long time to have a mortgage, but like if you are dead set on like staying in that home and not moving ever, you know, like you're living there for the rest of your life, which by the way, the average homeowner owns their home for about 11 years before they sell it. That's the average in America. But like if you're one of the people that will live in that place forever, I mean, yeah, why not, right? If you have 1% rate, you don't need 50 years. That's true. Yeah, that is true. I mean, you could easily just, I mean, at that point, just do a huge down payment or whatever, right? 50-year mortgage is a short-term product. Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think this is going to actually be around for a while? I mean, it seems like they want it to be a permanent thing. It just, I mean, a 50-year mortgage seems like the signs of an economy that's in trouble, right? Imagine how much money they make front running with people when people's 401ks goes to, yeah, I know, that's true. Yeah. Generational homes, yeah. I mean, at a really low interest rate, if you're like buying a farm, maybe, you know, like a rancher, you know, it's going to be a multi-generational home. Like I can see the argument for that, you know, but you'll own nothing and like it. Yeah, you're gonna eat cockroaches and you'll love it. Guys, look at this. 198. Let's see it. I want to see this thing run. Guys. Let's close all these tabs. We have like 1 million tabs open for all the news that we had on the day. Can we break the new high? Let's go. I would love to see this, guys. Also, I'll drop my YouTube channel where I'll be doing all my uploads on. Here, guys. It's my second channel. Come subscribe. Come subscribe to the second channel. I'll be doing daily uploads there, okay? Daily uploads on the second channel because I can't really do them here. So I'll be doing live streams here. But it looks like we're going to be breaking $2, guys. Bump it up. Nobody wants generational debt. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You just got to be, that one guy, Ramsey. I think his name is Dave Ramsey, the finance guy. No debt. No mortgages. Everything cash. Buy bonds. No stocks. Market is up 666 points. Are you serious? Is that actually what it is right now? What do you think about HBAR? What do you think about HBAR? HBAR, what is it at right now? Let's take a quick looky-loo, shall we? 13 cents still. I mean, honestly, I think HBAR, once the markets bottom out, will be one of the better buys for sure. I'm going to go ahead to Baccarat and join up with Levi finally. Let's do some Baccarat. BTCC, I mean. Let's go, man. Bonds up. Next, Trump will have the 100-year bond. Can you imagine? 500K, lol. That's a Shaq in Cali. Yeah, honestly, California homes are just insanely expensive, dude. HBAR's at 13 cents. Yeah. BTCC not allowing trades. I haven't been opening trades for the last couple of days. It looks like we're testing for the $2 here, guys. This is really nice, actually. I don't think we've seen this many consecutive green candles like this for a very long time. I mean, maybe the last time we saw this was on the 19th of November. We had like similar, but these candles are nice. I mean, let's see if we can hold this. I mean, that's a 2.27% candle right there alone. 500K is a parking lot, yeah. What are the interest rates for homes in Canada? It's very similar to the US. I mean, pretty much the same. I think our interest rates might be slightly lower, but a dead cat bounce. Let's see, guys. Give me the hopium. Give me the hopium. We need that $2. We might actually hit it. We might actually break $2 right here. That's insane. Look at the funding rates. Wow. Why is it not letting me? Okay, there we go. Yeah, Bitcoin. Are we gonna break $2? This has been a pretty crazy live so far. Also, good change. What do you say? Good change that 2 could be the equilibrium price for ETFs of ETFs. Okay. Sales everywhere. It's because you're live streaming, bro. Let's go, dudes. Yeah. 10K incoming next Friday. XRP to the moon. Bye 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 bye. Yeah. Now that we got XRP going up like 0.03% in the last 24 hours, we're gonna the $100 per XRP crowd's coming back in. XRP to $10,000 today. Jake Claver's reverse carry trade will fix it, and crypto says. I hope you're ready, guys. I hope you're ready for this. Let's get it. The reverse carry trade's playing out right now. Here comes the moon. XRP boys, let's go. Guys, where are the moon boys when you need them, huh? Bitcoin swap for XRP. There's a Bitcoin swap for XRP. What's Bitcoin doing right now? Bitcoin is still at 85. Okay. Let's see. First green on the day. Yeah. We flipped green there for half a second. Do you see that, guys? The half a second of green. It's giving us hope. This is a pretty crazy candle, to be fair. I mean, we bottomed out at 182, came all the way back up to 202, and now we're chilling at like 199. Yeah, I mean, pretty interesting daily candle there. Institutions are hoping retail buys in now so they can dump it and buy lower. You think so? We're at 198. I mean, this candle is getting eaten up. Super strong resistance at $2, guys. Someone really doesn't want us going past $2. That is becoming abundantly clear. I mean, where was it? Right, 214 was the level, right? And we're failing $2 right now. Yeah, let's see though if we're gonna try another test on this level here. If we can break through. I will not afford a Lambo now. It'll be a Nissan Micra. Sorry, I didn't even know that car. From the 80s. Oh, it's from a long time ago. And some strong beer. Okay, I love it. Hey, Levi, where do you see this bottoming out? 150? I mean, depends like what sort of time horizon you're looking at. I think like the bottom of this bear market, XRP will be below $1. I do think that. And I do think it's going to take a few months to get there. I do think we're going to see a couple more bounces and, you know, we're going to go lower. We're going to bounce. We're going to go lower. But yeah, I do think below $1. I do think around 80 cents ish, but you know, we don't know for sure. I just, based off of where we have a lot of buy orders, a lot of demand, and previous cycles, I'm kind of mix and matching all of those things that we do have available. So yeah, if I had to take a wild guess, it would be below $1, around 80 cents. Could be lower, but that's lots of demand around there. Levi, I'm 59 and follow you. I'm a coast-to-coast trucker. Do you teach leverage? I need it. In my Discord, I post all of my trades. And since you're a trucker, man, and you're on the road, I mean, hey, it's a good place to be. Get in my Discord, bro. I'll send you the link. Just give me one sec. Here. For all of you guys who want to get in my Discord, that's it right there. LeviCryptoCrusaders.com. Follow the step-by-step process, guys. Get in the Discord. Bear markets, in my experience, are the absolute best time to trade. I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready right now. So if you want to make something good of something bad, the Discord is the place to be. It's all in there, guys. LeviCryptoCrusaders.com. I'll see you guys in there. Don't spam. Yeah, I might have to mute myself if I keep spamming. Truckers rock. They move our goods coast to coast. Yeah, man. Shout out to the truckers, man. I appreciate you guys' work. Super, super needed. Clear manipulation across all asset classes. For sure. Undeniable. Undeniable. That is the case. Yep. 25,000 overnight XRP. 25,000 overnight XRP? Brother. I need a little bit of what you're on, dude. Whatever it is. Just sort Kramer's mouth. Yeah. That's probably the yeah, that's probably the first order business. Let's see what else we got going on here, guys, on X. Any pieces of big news? We got Cabosi letter. All right, this is the current state of the AI market. Wow. Okay. So Oracle down 44%, Palantir down 30, Meta down 27, AMD down 27 too, Tesla down 22, 22 for Netflix, 19 for Nvidia, Amazon 17, Microsoft 16, Broadcom down 15, guys. Wow. I mean, yeah, I mean, all of these stocks have technically already experienced another bear market. These tech giants are just, the volatility is insane. Like, it does not feel like we've, like, you know, it just seems so crazy to me. You look just like the kid from my Hattie from Hello. Yeah, I get that a lot. Can't wait to hear what bear bullshit Waters Above and all these guys have to say tonight. It's gonna be more bull talk for sure. Like, oh, this is like the reverse carry trade. That's gonna be one of the things. Another thing is gonna be, oh, like the ETFs are gonna come and there'll be more inflows from the ETFs and that'll boost the price. And then there's gonna be, you know, like, oh, just buy the dip cheerleaders that'll come out. Everyone can do their own thing. You know, listen, I respect everyone who is in the space. Everyone has their own viewpoint. I just think it's important to trust people that actually believe in what they say. People that have integrity. That's all that I care about, you know, just supporting those with integrity. December will pump. 25,000 overnight will shock the world. Yeah. There'll be some videos like that that'll come out in the next couple of days for sure. Yeah. Those are so funny, those videos. And that doesn't break TOS, but you know, me saying, you know, breaking XRP news. Oh yeah, channel terminated. Sorry, you can't be on here. Crazy, man. I definitely don't respect everyone in the space. Yeah, I don't either. To be clear, I just respect the people that actually have integrity and believe in what they say. And if they believe in something that's, like, in my opinion, like insane, but they like actually believe in what they're saying, then, you know, like, listen, man, power to you. I really hope you're right. You know? What about 60 bugs for XRP? 60 bugs? What does that mean? 60 bugs. I have no idea what you're talking about, brother. Sorry. Hey, Levi, what do you think holding till 2030? I am 2.91 average. I don't want to sell. I'm getting wrecked. Should I just hold? Yeah, if my average was 291, I would just hold it, bro. If I'm being real with you, I'm in a much different position than you are. I'm gonna be extremely transparent with you. If I were you, and this was like my first bull run, I made the mistake of buying like near the top or whatever, the perceived top for me, anyways. I would just lower my average entry, bro, during the bear market. If you can afford to do that, like, you know, like if I, for example, if I personally had like $200 every paycheck I have to invest into XRP, I would just put the $200 in every single 2 weeks, do that, you know, for, you know, 6 to 12 months, lower my average entry hopefully by like a full $1, $1.50, maybe even $2. Depends how much you got, right? I would do that. That's what I would do. I would just buy those dips, man. I have no dry powder, was out of work for 2 months. Sorry to hear that, brother. I hope that turns around. I hope that turns around for you. Average 63 cents. That's really good. Yeah, guys, that's awesome. I mean, if you have an average below $1, I mean, you're doing really well. I think you're sitting really good no matter what. Personally, I'm playing on house money. If you know what that means, good. If you don't, look it up. Levi, I'm at 20k XRP. What would you consider that? Is it a good amount or more? What would you consider? That's a good amount. Yeah, I mean, you're on the upper echelon now of the rich list. Once you get above that 20,000 mark, you start to get to the top echelon of holders. I wouldn't stop there personally. Average is 50 cents. I'm chilling. Good. Yeah. If you guys are like at 40 cents, 50 cents, I mean, you guys are chilling, really. Truthfully, you guys are chilling. You guys did it right. Hello again from Ozark, Missouri. Big shout out. Levi, you're a really great young man. I'm sorry for the way YouTube has done you. I'm pretty big on TikTok and they have been just as bad. Yeah, TikTok is horrible, man. Truthfully, TikTok is almost worse than YouTube because like they just shadow ban you on there and don't give you any explanation a lot of the time. I mean, just the amount of censorship that goes on all of these social media platforms is insane. My friend is going to help me on Sunday to set up your copy trading. I can't wait. That's awesome, man. Let's go, Panda. That's huge. Thank you for that, brother. I'd love to have you on my channel, man. You have helped me immensely. I'm glad to hear it. My pleasure, dude. I was average 3.1 and lowered it to 2.4. Well, good on you, man. You know, you're doing it the right way. If you're lowering your average entry, you are doing something correct. As long as you learn your lessons along the way too, man, you know? That's the sign of someone who's accountable for their decisions, has recognized that they aren't perfect and they made a mistake and they are accountable. That's a good investor, man. Good for you. Good for you. $589 like where do you guys get these numbers from? Like they're so specific. $589, $10,231. Like where do these numbers come from, man? I would love to know. Like, oh, if XRP took over 100% of Swift and ETF inflows saw 500 billion inflows every single day for, a month, and, the Trump start spying crypto, what will XRP price be? Enter. Grok, $589. $589. Let's go. That's what I feel like happens. It's all the esoteric stuff, yeah. Talk about the $91 showing on Kraken. Talk about the $91 showing on Kraken. Oh, yeah. I mean, that was just a price glitch. Interesting. Some people, like conspiracy theorists, are like, oh, this is like a hidden message. The XRP is going to be $91. Whatever. It's happened before. There's been plenty of price glitches before on exchanges. Sometimes they just don't reflect the price correctly and there's some kind of glitch, right? It happens. XRP has glitched many times, yeah. And other cryptos have too, Other cryptos have too. Super strong resistance here, guys. At the $2 mark, I mean, absolute insanity how tough it is for us to break through here. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Guys, I'm going to need to start working on some of my other content I have planned for the day. It was awesome to do this live stream with you guys. Please go over to my second channel, Levi Crypto 2. This is it right here. Make sure you subscribe. I'm going to be uploading here. And make sure you have the notification bell on. Press this little all notifications. YouTube's not recommending this channel as it should yet, but I hope that'll change. In the live stream chat, guys, over in this direction. Yeah. In the live stream chat, I have a link directly here so you can subscribe. You can also just go to my YouTube page right here, the one that I'm live streaming on right now, and then go to Levi Crypto 2. You can do that as well. Make sure you guys get in there. And also, I'd love to just get you guys in the Discord too, so you can click on my website right here, sign up, and join the Discord if you guys want to. But yeah, guys, thanks. It was awesome doing the live stream with you guys. Really, really enjoyed it. And I'll be seeing you guys very soon in the next content and maybe a live stream tomorrow. I'm really enjoying these lives. God bless you guys. Keep crushing it.